What is something you always wanted as a child that your parents did not buy you? A pet ferret. Damn, I really want one of those cat snakes. A Ken doll. Seriously. I had a handful of Barbies. But no Ken. I ended up chopping the hair off brunette Barbie and making her the Ken. Looking back, this was just foreshadowing for college. Still. A llama. Although when I was 14 they sat me down and asked me if I seriously wanted one. Against my better judgment I said no equals. When I was about 5 I always wanted one of those kid-sized electric jeeps you can drive around your yard. I wanted one so badly. Thinking back to it still upsets me a little. One of my preschool crushes had the pink Barbie one and we used to drive it around. Well, she drove mostly. I didn't even know the name of it. Just called it a Jeep I can drive in. My parents were great about presents, I was a lucky kid. But I never got my Jeep. Easy bake oven. I still want one. I am 58 years old. A dog. As soon as I get my own place I'm getting me a pup. Every year for Christmas or birthday my family asked what I wanted. My answer was always books. I usually got dolls or toothbrushes instead. Voltron. The real one where all the lions could transform from lion mode and combine into Voltron. Voltron was my favorite show when I was little and one day my mom brought one home. I thought it was for me and was overjoyed, then brutally crushed when she told me it was for my cousin. He was an asshole who didn't even know about Voltron but just asked for one for his birthday because he saw it in the department store. Years later I got a bootleg Megazord that didn't even transform. All you could do was yank his legs off, which had wheels on it, so you were left with some kind of Ford Transit van with a dino head on it. It was lame. Cousin Keith and Megazord. Proper remote controlled car. I had one that went forwards and backwards left. And that's just not right. I wanted to try that Dungeons and Dragons game that I saw in the stores. And that some of my friends would play during their after school program. They didn't have space in their group though. So I always wanted my own copy of the stuff. But my father said no. My father said I couldn't be allowed to become one of those people. I would be a social outcast if I became one of those people. Full stop. So I grew up a social outcast with little to no real friends. A few acquaintances. Finally tried Pathfinder at 20. Now I run games. Now I actually have friends. And people come over to my house. And I go out to other people's houses. I go places with friends. And enjoy myself. And have a social life.